Hello everyone, welcome to my sewing room and welcome to my channel Stash Stitcher. I'm Kim and this is day 5 of my sewing journey making the McCall's 8121 biker jacket. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are links in the description below that will take you through various stages of the making up of this jacket. So go and check those out and catch up with us here. This video is dedicated to the sleeves. Now, if you saw my previous video, you would know that I hit a hitch with the sleeves, and even when I was going through the instructions, there was a diagram where it's telling me to snip into a corner, and whenever I see those sort of things, it fills me with dread because I know there are so many ways it could go wrong. And it did, it went wrong. And I did try to make it better and I just made it worse. So I've explained it all in the video when I was making the sleeve up. So I'll roll that now so you can watch me find a solution around this problem, and I will see you at the other end. Got to the sleeve and I have made a huge mistake. I followed the instructions as directed, and the first step was to reinforce inner corners of sleeve front and sleeve back, which I did do. So basically it was a little bit of stitching at an angle, and then it said to snip into the corner, which I did do. And when I tried to then manipulate the zipper into the area, that area started to fray and it just got worse, and I couldn't get the zipper in, so I was tugging probably a little bit more than I should have done, and I have made it worse. So I will put the offending sleeve image here so you can see what I've done. And I've decided, you know, stop what you're doing because you're just making it worse. And I went off and had a little look around YouTube to see if I could find a workaround. And I found this lovely lady's channel called Camelia's Sewing Channel. And she has actually recorded a vlog called Exposed Zipper Tutorial with Facing and a Gusset and Lining Adjustment for McCall's 8121 Moto jacket. So 8121 is this jacket. So I've watched it, and she does this really nifty little gusset effect on the sleeve. Now I don't want a gusset, but I know I have to do something to the sleeve to rescue it. So I've decided to take her lining technique and use that, and then I'm going to sort of take over from there and put a welt onto the pocket so the zipper is actually hidden. So this is how I'm going to do it. You can see the sleeve is a mess. So what I've done is I have drawn around the sleeve opening by an inch, so it's half an inch both sides, and I've gone up to make sure that I have missed all of the snipping that I've done into the seam allowance. So I have a little bit of space free of all that snipping, so that when I put the lining on, so I'm going to put this lining on top, so all of those raw edges will then be enclosed with this lining. So I've got this piece of lining that measures 9.5 inches by 3 inches, and I've basically drawn this area in the middle, which is an inch wide, and that is going to be stitched onto the sleeve and hopefully enclose all those horrible raw edges that I've created. So I've got my sleeve right side facing up, and I've got my piece of lining. So this rectangular shape should fit over the shape that I've drawn onto the sleeve. So I'm just going to match it up, going into the corner, match the corner. Into the corner, match the corner. So once I've got that in place, I'm just going to turn it over. I'm just going around now and stitch to enclose all of that mess. So that's our lining now stitched. So from the back, I'm going to cut up the middle of that lining and into those corners again. So I'm going to use a pair of scissors. Now I'm just going to take this over to the ironing board, press in that lining to the back so I've got a nice clean opening. The lining has now been pressed to the back and this is now the front. So you can see this is a really nice clean opening. It is quite big, but unfortunately that's what I've had to deal with because of the mess that I made. So I've drawn in the hemline with a chalk pen, so hopefully you can see that. And I have got my zipper here, but I know that when I put my zipper in up to that chalked hemline, you can see that it's definitely too small, it's not wide enough for that opening. So what I've done is I've made a welt. So I've made this, well, it's way too big, but I'd rather have it bigger because then I can cut it down to size. So I've measured it at 5 inches at the top and about 9.5 inches down, and at the bottom I have just stitched the 2 short edges together, open them and then press them, so we've got this neatened end. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to use this as a welt. So this will then go into the sleeve like this, up as far as the hemline, and then the zipper will be there. And ultimately, once it's all in place, that is what our sleeve will look like once it's all stitched into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all stitch up one side to secure the zipper in, and then once that's secure I'm going to place this and position it, and I'm just going to stitch this in onto the other side to make sure that it covers the zipper. So that's the zipper now in. So just to recap, this side was stitched to secure this side of the zipper, then the welt was put in, and I just went around the top and this side of the sleeve opening to secure the welt, and then I followed the seam allowance down to secure the other side of the zipper, so it's all secure. It opens up lovely, and it also looks like a nice feature actually, so it's worked out really well. The other thing I decided to do is, you might notice when I was constructing all of this that there was some interfacing in, and I don't know why the instructions haven't included it, because I just feel that you needed that anyway on that opening. And I've also included some along the fold line of the sleeve hem, so when this is folded up, that will then become the bottom of the sleeve. And I won't trim any of this down until I come to the lining bit, because the lining will actually hide all of this. I just want to find out how the lining behaves before I start trimming anything away, because obviously I don't want to end up with another mess. So I'm going to do the other sleeve and then carry on with the rest of the construction. So I got myself out of that tight spot, and what I've done is I've made a note on my project sheet, and I've also decided to change the trace pattern. So the original trace pattern, both the pattern pieces 23 and 24 have this cutout in them, and I don't particularly like that cutout because that's where you had to do the little stitching at a right angle and snip into the corner, and for me personally that doesn't work. I didn't feel comfortable doing it, though I did do it, and it led me down this road where I had to sort of find a solution, which I did. but it just adds to the headache of something that should be pretty straightforward isn't. And this is one of the big problems I have with the big four patterns, is they don't seem to update any of the techniques. And you could see by the lady that I found on YouTube, she had a workaround. So I don't know why the big four can't seem to find, you know, better techniques for us to use in our garment making. So on these two pattern pieces, what I've done is I have filled in that bit there. So that bit was originally cut out, so I filled it in there so you can see what it looks like. So both of those pattern pieces will be filled in, so when I come to make this jacket again, I will construct the sleeves differently. And I really did like the idea of using that lining piece, because, you know, the lining is so thin that when it is pushed to the back and pressed, it just gives a really neat finish, and there is no chance that you're going to have any fraying or raw edges appear along that seam line. So I will use that in the future. So I've made a note of that, and it's in the old sorry, it's in the old memory bank now. So I know that if I come across that sort of technique again in any other instructions, I'll know to swap it out. So that was a bit of a learning curve, and the next video in this series is the lining to the sleeve, and I've already done one, so I practiced it, and the other one I'm going to film so then I can show you. And the lining hides a lot of that mistake that I made with the fabric sleeve. So hopefully that will be coming. I might not be able to do it tomorrow because I've got a really busy day work-wise tomorrow, so it might just be a day late, so you'll have to excuse me for that. But I hope you've enjoyed the content of this video, and if you have, it would be lovely if you could comment, subscribe, like, hype, all those lovely things, you know, the usual thing. But until next time, have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.